This will be the coolest video you watch all day. I had the opportunity to ride an entire session at California Superbike School with eye-tracking glasses that nobody else has. You are about to see in real time where exactly I'm looking and if I'm making any corrections as I ride around the track. So what you're gonna notice is me locate a turn point. When I know I'm gonna get to that spot and I'm comfortable knowing I'm gonna hit it, I wanna look to the apex where I'm gonna be closest to the inside. When I know I'm gonna get to that point, then I look up towards the exit area. That's the idea, to have your eyes be a continuous flow as you're going throughout the corners. So here's the basic idea of what I'm talking about. So super simple drawing, you're coming up right here. You're identifying a turn point area, right? I think I wanna turn around there. Before you get there, once you know, you are 100% sure, you will bet $1,000 that you're gonna get to that point, then and only then you turn your eyes and look at where you think the apex is gonna be. And as you're going towards there, once you know 100% you're not gonna go off the road and you know you're gonna get to that spot, then you jump your eyes up and look at your exit area. And you keep on going, you're going through, and now if there's another turn coming up, once you get near the exit area, okay, where's the next turn point? Maybe it's a turn like that. So now the turn point's gonna be over here. Start to identify that, and you just keep on going. So it's just a very simple, basic idea. It's almost so basic that people think there's something more special you have to be doing with your eyes. This is it. It's pretty damn simple. Locate where you want to turn, locate where you want the apex to be, locate your exit, and plan your trajectory. So what you're about to see is me looking a little bit too far and having to come back. You could count how many times I have to come back and look closer because I look too far. You'll see me staring at one point a little bit too long as I get towards it, and a bunch of mistakes like that. So I just completed the 2-day camp at California Superbike School at Streets of Willow Springs, and that's what track I am on. And the lap that I did in this video is a 1:27 lap time on a stock motorcycle, which by any metric is a pretty fast pace. Now here's the real cool part. Later on in the video, I got the footage of Dylan Code himself at the same exact track, riding 7 seconds faster, wearing the eye tracker. Now you get to see the comparison between me, a street rider, and a professional racer and coach for the past 20 years, and you get to watch his eyes and what he is doing at a way quicker pace. So stick around for that. So for the class, I'm riding a stock BMW S1000R with Dunlop slicks. Dylan is riding the BMW S1000RR. So without any further delay, check it out. This is me riding with the eye tractor where I am looking for a full lap at Streets of Willow Springs. That's pretty cool, right? As you can see, I'm looking, I kind of look a little bit too far and making a bunch of corrections and everything, right? I'm just a street rider. I'm trying to focus on my line. What you want to be looking is on your intended path of travel at whatever pace you're going. Talking to Dylan Code, talking to my coach James or whatever else. So like just because the speed increases, I'm not looking 40 corners down the road. You're not scanning and doing all this crazy stuff. Where's my turn point before I get there? Where's the apex before I get there? I want to look up to the exit. It's just, you want it to be a continuous flow of your eyes. There's no need to look at the cameraman or at the mountains or at the sky. Or is that a squirrel? There's no need to look at anywhere other than where you want your bike to go. And that's the idea. So now let's see how Dylan Code's eyes look going at a way faster pace at the exact same track. So watch this. Isn't that amazing how absolutely precise and smooth his eyes are? They're not doing all kinds of craziness. So at the school, he has a whole bunch of video clips of professional high-level racers watching their eyes, and that's exactly what they do. It's just a nice continuous flow, looking exactly where they want to go. They're not doing all this crazy, right? They're not doing anything like that. A huge misconception right now is when you're riding around, you want to look as far as you possibly can. So if I'm on a road and I could see 5 turns, look as far as you can. Am I supposed to look at the end of the 5th turn? Well, what if I run off the road because I missed the apex right now? So just 3 points. Where's your turn point for this turn? Where's the apex? Where's the exit? And you just 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's like a flow. It's like a dance. Sure, you might get the greater, bigger picture of looking all the way down the road, gather information. Oh, there's a couple trucks coming exactly. Like if you're going in a straight line before that little section of road. But while you're actually going up to the turn, time to focus on where you want those tires to be. Turn point, apex, exit. Now, of course, for street riding, if I was able to get these glasses and go for a ride on the street, what would be different? Well, intersections would be different. There's a lot of things that could come out. There could be a bicyclist or a car or someone running about to cross the street. There could be a car that might pull out in front of me. There could be all kinds of variables. So like in a straight line going through an intersection, I'm going to identify these different hazards areas and then be ready to brake, be ready to swerve, be ready to accelerate, whatever the case needs, depending on the situation. However, when I'm done with the intersection, I get to the twisty mountain roads, I'm doing the same exact thing in the turns. Obviously, the pace is going to be way slower, so I have more time and space and distance to think about what I want to do, but I'm still trying to pick out these reference points, and the turn point, the apex, and the exit is not exact place right there on the road, that crack, that pebble right there. It's not that. It's just a reference. Think about a reference area, apex area, exit area. I think around that shadow is where I'm going to start to turn. By the time you get up to that turn, actually, you know what? I'm actually going to start turning 5 feet before it or 10 feet after it. You're just getting a plan in your mind, a plan to where do you think I'm going to start to turn this bike and be, once you guarantee you know you're going to get to that point around that area, once you know you're going to get to that area, well, you turn your eyes and you look at where you think the apex is going to be. What does apex mean? In motorcycling terms, it just means whenever you're closest to the inside. That might be, say you're going left, the apex might be 4 feet away from the double yellow line because there's oncoming cars. It's still the apex because if you're 8 feet away from the double yellow line on the outside, right, before the turn, that's your turn point, 8 feet away from the double yellow line, turn area. The apex, you get 4 feet away from the double yellow line. That's when you're closest. And then on the exit, you're back to the outside, which is 8 feet away. So 4 feet away from the double yellow, that becomes the apex because apex means whenever you're closest to the inside. It doesn't mean here's the double yellow line, your tires are right there. If it's an open corner and there's no oncoming cars and you want to do that, okay. But the main thing is better to have a plan and to think about and to train your eyes where you want to go. You don't need to be looking at the guardrail. Do you want to hit the guardrail? You tend to go where you look. If there's an oncoming car, you don't need to be looking at their front bumper because you're probably going to go towards it. You don't need to be looking up at the sky. It's good to have broad, wide awareness of what's going on in your peripherals, and your peripherals are good at detecting movement, but it's not going to be a sharp, clear image unless you look at it. But if you look at it, you tend to go towards it. So you're kind of looking on your intended path of travel while being aware of what's going on. And again, you're on the street, so the pace is going to be lower. You have more time and space to think. And of course, in the middle of the turn, you see something jump out. It might be a squirrel or a dog or a deer. If you look at it real quick, your bike's not all of a sudden just going to go bah and go right towards it. And that's the benefit of lowering the pace on the street. You see what I'm saying? But whenever I'm riding around the twisty mountain roads, this is exactly what I'm doing. And this had such a crazy effect on me last year when I took the exact same course, level 1, level 2, 2-day camp, all about this vision stuff. I went riding 200 miles a day, only thinking about vision for like a week. And it was so incredibly important. I made 3 separate videos all about vision. And I'll put all 3 of those videos in the top pinned comment that you could watch it. So if it's not obvious by now, I highly recommend getting into California Superbike School 2-day camp. If you can't afford that, or if you don't have the time, just do the 1 day. You could bring your own bike, it'll be even cheaper. Do level 1 or do level 2. But if you do the 2-day camp, you just get more stuff. You get more on-track time. It's 2-to-1 instructor ratio. You get to ride the data bike where they film every single thing you do, and you can look at your throttle, you can see your body, you get to do the lean bike, bi-position bike, all the different types of stuff, right? So I cannot emphasize enough. Going back for the second time and repeating the exact same course, I was able to digest a lot of stuff since the first time, and now this time I know what to expect. I kind of know the language, I know the track, so there was no mental capacity taken up because it's like a new experience. Only thing that came in my brain of the liquid that poured up is just the technique. What am I working on? How do I get better? And it was just a straight continuation. Did level 1 to level 2, then I repeated level 1. It was almost like level 3. It was almost like the third day with the same guys, listening to the same thing, absorbing more, and just wow, I rode the fastest I've ever ridden on that track ever, easily. And I didn't feel like I was anxious or like freaking myself out because I got the plan with the eyes, learned better throttle control, and they could very, very specific feedback. Every time you get off the track, you get a 10-15 minute debrief by your one assigned coach all day. You're not getting feedback from 14 different people who aren't even watching you. It's the same guy for 2 days. Gets to know you very well and your strengths and weaknesses and gets you to the next level. Every single time off the track, you get the debrief. I cannot recommend the freaking course enough. So next time I go, I'll do level 3 and 4 next time. I'm not going to repeat level 1 and 2 again. I did because I felt like I didn't know it enough yet. I need to learn more. I need to digest more and have a better understanding before I go on to new information. So the next time I'll be doing level 3 and 4. But just like I said before, and I made the video, second time around, like experiencing it again after going to other courses in between last time and this time, going to other courses, and California Superbike School is absolutely the best course in the entire country. And it's the only course that travels around the world. If you're in the UK, you're in Australia, you're in India, they go there as well, and you can learn from these guys. I cannot recommend it enough.